What's up, guys? Nethervvoid back with more DungeCraft, Season 4, Episode 31, and now that the power system is done, well, at least this part of the power system is completely automated now, we're going to get on to a new project, something that I should have started probably like on Episode 5 or something. We're going to be doing Thaumcraft today, dudes. Yeah! So the one thing I don't like already is Thaumcraft doesn't work with the recipes here, so we're going to have to kind of make do with what we've got. So, first thing we need to make was a wand. So, I don't know. Oh, we need to use these shards, right? These are shards that you mine out of the earth, which I think you guys already know. To make a wand, you go like this. We're going to actually need 2 of these, I think. I have some notes, but my notes are not very good for some reason. I don't know why this is, but we will have to just make do. And we also need... Oh, wow. 2 gold nuggets. Perfect. So, we're going to make 2 wands. This is kind of the starting block of Thaumcraft, okay? And so you can see down there, there's a little bit of a UI there with Vis. The wands are filling up with Vis. The Vis is the energy that Thaumcraft uses to create things. Vis is all around us. It's in the air. And there's a way, and that's just not, some kind of role-playing. It's actually, there's actually Vis in this chunk, or there's certain chunks that have a certain amount of Vis and a certain amount of flux. Vis being the kind of quote-unquote good magic, and flux is the evil magic. And there are nodes that have that Vis in it. And what I'm doing is drawing Vis into this wand from that node. And we'll talk about that in future episodes. And we're back. My wife just came in deciding to sing at the top of her lungs and making me shut the video off. So that's okay. Give me some time to figure out what I need. And again, we were talking about Vis and flux. Actually, I think we talked about that. So the Vis gets regenerated in the node by pulling energy out of the blocks that you get these shards from. So those are down in the earth in the chunks that you're in. I think it's per chunk, but I'm not positive about that. And it will suck that energy out of those shards, and then what you get is a like a gray shard, like basically a shard that has no energy in it anymore. So there is a finite amount of energy per chunk, or per node, I guess is a better way to say that. So we've got Wand of Apprentice, and the next thing we're going to need is a bunch of these tables, I think they're called. So let's get, I think we're going to need 3 of these, so let's get 12 slabs, and the way you make these is like so. These are a building block for another item we want to make. So let's make 3 of these. We're going to need those. We'll pop these in the old chest here, the extra wand. We're also going to need some writing tools, I think they're called, or something like that. Let's get rid of this. That is glass bottle, feather, and ink sac. So let's get some... do I have any glass in here still? Yes. I only need, I think, 3 pieces of glass, a feather, which is over here, and an ink sac while we're running out of those. I'm going to make an ink sac farm, I think. Okay, so we only need 1 of these. Oh, but first we need bottles. That was weird. Oh, that kills... That's right. That kind of gets rid of whatever you have. So... bottles. We did not need glass. 1 bottle. Ink sac. That's going to obviously make our, and then a feather. Makes you some scribing tools here. So we got scribing tools. Let's put those in here as well. We're just kind of building up all the supplies we're going to need before we go over to the Thaum room and kind of get stuff set up and get things going here. So the next thing we're going to need is a... what's that called? Not a light. Oh, I'll just build it. It's easier. So we're going to make 3 books. Oh, a bookshelf. That's right, bookshelf. Can't remember the name of it because I haven't made one in so long. So bookshelf, we're going to need 1 of those because what we need to make is a tool that starts with this bookshelf. Then you're going to right-click it with one of these Wand of Apprentice, and bam, you have a Thaumonomicon. And what this does is shows you the research of Thaumcraft. This is why I think Thaumcraft is one of the coolest mods out there. For one thing, it has a GUI. A graphical user interface that shows you where you're at in the tech tree here for Thaumcraft, instead of kind of leaving it up to you to figure that out. It's a way to keep track of where you're at. It shows you kind of like recipes for what you've already researched. So we're gonna talk about that stuff in a little bit. We haven't talked about aspects yet, but we will in a second. And it has a couple other things in here like silverwood trees. Which actually there's something cool about silverwood trees. They always have a node inside them, a magic node or a Vis node, and that's pretty cool. We'll probably talk about that in a little while. Cinder pearl is something you get in deserts. Shimmerleaf is found near silverwood trees. Infused ores, that's what we talked about, that has magic infused in the rock, and as you use up Vis, it actually drains magic out of these rocks. So we'll talk about aspects in a second. Crucible is also something we want to make in a second here. But let's just look at the Thaum tree. I don't think you can zoom in or out. These are the things we know so far. This is the entry area to the Thaum tree. Now we haven't researched any of these things, but they're available for research. That's what that means when they blink like that. So we'll be doing a little bit of research when we get this stuff set up. And this is the reason I kind of wanted to start early, because there's a lot of stuff to research. And I'll be doing most of the research off camera, but I will show you a couple cool things I made and do a little bit of research to kind of show you how it's done here. So anyway, that's the Thaumanomicron. As you research stuff, it will actually keep that research kind of keep a running history of your research. So we've got that. It's something we can just keep honest. What's the next thing we need? We're going to need a crucible, which I think we need to do something like this. We're running out of iron in here. So get a cauldron, and I'll show you how that works later. We don't need that now. We're also going to need an aqueous accumulator. I'll show you why we need that in a second. I think we just need a bucket. Let's get some buckets here. Let's get one bucket because we just don't have the extra space up here. In fact, we're going to have to do something like that. So aqueous accumulator, again, you'll see why we need that later. Put that in the project chest. What else are we going to need? I have everything I need for all those things. I think we're ready to rock with the initial stuff. I will take some of these shards over. They're very important for this Thaum research and stuff. So let's take a stack approximately of each. And what I'm going to do is just pull all these out and put these in the ME system. This will be one of the first things that's actually converted to using this ME system. So let's dump it in here and see what we've got when we're done. And I'll just pull a stack each of these. So also you want to use these kind of rarely because there's a limited supply of these. Now if you're mining like a mad dog and you just have tons of them, you won't have an issue. But I have found that these are fairly rare, especially these V shards. And you'll see why in a little bit. Let's sleep for a sec, and then we're going to head on over to the Thaum room and get started on Thaumcraft. Now, I have made all the starter things I need, so we're pretty much ready to rock. Let's see. Let's go to the Mage Tower, the White Tower here, which I haven't even finished the beautification on that. And it's actually pretty bland. I actually kind of had a cooler idea for it. It's turning out to be kind of bland because I have not spent time kind of sprucing it up and stuff. Oh, I actually have an idea for something I want to do. The next room will be something really cool. Okay, so here's our Thaum room. I know what I want right here. Let's just place a few of these down. Do I have my digger's backpack? I don't. Let's just use stone. That's fine. I have tons of this stuff. So let's mark out. I know something I want right there, which means I probably want the cauldron there. That could be kind of neat. One thing there and the other one. Oh, I can't put it there because, okay. Let's put those next to each other. Let's do this. Something like that. And I'm going to be using these other parts of the room. You'll see in a future episode. So first, let's get this cauldron going. It does take a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do, let's pop out my lava and water. So I'm going to need that, right? Especially if I'm set. Whoa, that's not the right one I wanted to do here. Let's do it right there. Especially, you know, if I've got an aqueous accumulator, I'm going to need that water supply. So let's pop these down. Again, those are so awesome. Saves me so much time having that stuff travel around with me. So we're going to need a bucket. Let's do the lava first because the cauldron is going to heat up water, okay? And you know what we should have done? Let's just do this because I don't want to have that in my way. We're going to do, let's see, how are we going to run this? Let's run it like this. Aqueous accumulator here, water here. There we go. Okay. Let's get to actually do the water first. Let's do the aqueous accumulator first. That's not right. So, and one cool thing I always forget to do is once I have this infinite source, I should just refill this, right? Why not? It's pretty easy to do. And I think it's done. So now let's get a lava bucket. Let's put that in here so we don't actually dump it on accident. Okay, let's set down our project ender chest here. That's probably all right for now. And we're going to need the aqueous accumulator first. So let's plop that down. Let's get it configured. Let's see, no redstone. And the reason I do that no redstone thing is just in case I'm working with redstone around here. I don't want to inadvertently have it affect this aqueous accumulator. So we've got that. We're also going to need some liquiducts. I didn't pull those out, did I? Let's see. We're going to need, I don't know how many. I think it's going to be 2, right? 1. Yeah, just 2. That's fine. 2 of those, and then we're going to just put those back. That way we don't have to do it later. Okay. But before we do that, let's put, well, I don't want it to, well, I guess we could do that. Let's do, like, no, we don't want to do that. Here, let's do this. We'll reset that stuff in a second here. There we go. Oh, no, almost in the water. Okay, so what we're going to do is set this up to not produce anything yet. That way, it won't fill up with water, and it's not going to kind of screw everything up. Now, let's put down the lava. All right, because the cauldron has to sit on top of that. Now we can put this away. We don't need it anymore. In fact, we don't need any of this stuff now. We should be good to go. We don't need you or you. Let's put you back away and free up some space in my inventory here. Okay, so let's get the cauldron out. Now it should hook up almost immediately. Well, it's not a crucible yet. So put the cauldron down there. Then, as you can see, it's not touching, but I bet you when we... So we're going to right-click with the Wand of the Apprentice, and bam! Now it is a crucible. Okay? You can't tell. Just trust me on the name. But you can see it hooked up to the aqueduct, or liquiduct. Damn it! Because you put water in this sucker. Let's turn this on, and you'll see. It's going to fill up with water. It's 1 bucket of water right there. So the reason you need this is because it's kind of like toil, you know, trouble, toil and bubble or something like that. This is basically a witch's cauldron, kind of. You throw stuff in here and it makes like a potion in a sense. So now we can cover this back up. Yeah, like that. And then we're going to do something like this. It should cover up that system. You shouldn't even be able to see it, which it does. Pretty sweet. There we go. Okay. So our cauldron is up and running and it's boiling. You can see it won't do anything until the water heats up. That's why we have a water or a lava block underneath it. And every time we use this, it'll auto fill up with water. So we're doing real good here, folks. Okay, so next thing we're going to need is we're going to set up probably, let's get all our tools set up. So right here, we're going to make a crafting table. It's the Thaum crafting table, basically. And it is called, what's this thing called? An arcane work table. I'm going to be doing a lot of crafting here. So what I'm going to do is get the other wand out. Because this wand here, it doesn't really matter. They're both the same. But I'm going to keep this wand on me. Okay, because this is going to be my source of Vs and stuff while I'm just kind of walking around. This wand, on the other hand, boom, is going to stay with this arcane work table. As you can see now, it's an arcane work table. Pretty cool, man. Why is it doing that? Why are you doing that to me? Anyway, as you can see, it needs a wand to function. Because what it's going to do is when you craft something, it's going to pull Vs out of that wand. Okay. I don't have anything to craft off the top of my head because I don't have anything researched yet. I don't think, anyway. Not that really requires the crafting table. Really, we're just kind of setting it up on this episode, and then after that, when I start doing research and stuff, we'll start using it. I'm going to craft a couple things just to show you how it works, but we're not going to do a whole lot in this episode, really. Just kind of teach you kind of what Thaumcraft's all about and how the system works. So the last thing we're going to make as far as crafting, quote-unquote crafting tables and things is this research table. So I put 2 tables down, and I'm going to right-click with the scribing tools here, and bam, research table. So you can see it's got a pretty complicated interface here, but once you get used to it, it's real easy to use. It does require paper, and that's something that I didn't get. So let's go back and get a bunch of paper. I don't have a paper farm. I might want to get a paper farm. Although it doesn't consume that much paper, so it's probably not a big deal if I don't have a lot of paper. We might have to go out to the ye old sugarcane farm. Yeah, you know what? We're going to have to go to the sugarcane farm. So let's do that real quick. I have not needed paper for a long time. It should be peat farm? It's probably better. Oh, bees is probably closer. Let's go to bees. There really is no dedicated rail to get me to those couple of extra kind of accessory farms like the cactus farm and this sugarcane farm, because I don't use them very often. So plus it's like right here. Why would I make another one just for that? Alright, so let's do, I don't know, something like this. Let's see. And get in here. Now I know I could just replant this stuff, but this stuff will regrow, so it's like I saved myself some time and not having to replant. Let's gather all this junk up. Thank you. And we're gonna need to put one of these back down because I knocked it off, which is pretty typical. Okay, cool. So yes, we do already have a bunch in there. Let's get another stack. We'll go back to base here, like that. All right, so we've got what we need for paper. Hurry up! Hurry up! So let's go back to base, and the system's getting pretty big. Kind of excited about it. If you zoom the map out, it's really gigantic. So let's see, what do I do for zoom again? I think it's Z. Like, look at the mini map there. Like, look at that system. It's gigantic. It's really cool. I mean, I like it. What do you think? I think it looks cool. I don't like to keep it on that zoom because I can't see anything, but... Alright, we've got paper. So let's convert this stuff to paper. It's like this, paper. Let's just make a stack. We're going to put a stack of paper in here, and you're going to see why. And that's because all the research we do is going to be written onto that paper. So the first thing we're going to do is let's try to research... Let's just put something in there and try to see what we can research from it. So the way Thaumcraft works is it uses VSide of the environment. That's one piece of it, and I didn't tell you the other piece, which is it breaks down components in the world to create other components, infuse them with magic, and create other components. If you hold Shift, you can see those symbols. It's telling you what components are in, or what magical components these will break down into. So tungsten has nothing, and that's because it's from red power, and so that's not something that's compatible with Thaumcraft. Same thing with lead ore. These are stuff from mods, that's why they don't have any value. But like Nikolite, redstone, that does. Those are also, Nikolite is from red power, so apparently that does. So you can see there's a lot of different aspects, probably like 15 to 30, I don't even remember how many. So I'm gonna pull some of that, and I'm also going to pull, let's see, I don't know. Gold is a good one because you can get gold from it, but I don't like to use it that much because I just don't have much of it. So that's iron symbol, and there's a couple other symbols in there. This could be good. Let's get some silver ore. Tin ore could be good. Ooh, that could be good. Slime balls could be good. Let's get, is there other fire other than obsidian? How was I getting, ooh, light. There's a light source. That's a good one to have. So here's, we want that stone and something else, but I wonder what regular stone is. Quicksand has nothing. Oh, these shards have a lot of different aspects in them too. And see, here's one with magic. It's really hard to get magic. That's why these shards are so cool, and you want to keep them around a little bit. Lapis could be something good for gold. Oh yeah, that's right. We're probably going to want some wood as well, right? That's tree. Apple could be good for food. But let's get some of that, some wood. Let's take all this stuff over there. I don't think we have a good a chest over there yet, so we'll have to make a chest real quick. So what's seeds? Ooh, life. Let's get some of that. Blaze rods. Ooh, that's just fire and magic. All right, so let's make a gold chest, I think, to put over there. Because we are going to want to store all these things once we take them over there. We don't want that. We want a regular chest. We don't even have wood? What kind of world do we live in? That's what she said. So, one should do it. Let's make this sucker into a gold chest here. Alright, so there we go, and hold on a second. Okay, we're back, and what was I doing? Making a gold chest. I do have one. So, well, we don't really need to sleep because we're not going outside, so let's just get down here. Oh, that's not a good idea. I'm gonna make fire right here, isn't it? I forgot about that. Oh well, it's fine, I don't really care. I can put some half slabs here and it would not do that, but there's also something you can put down that won't catch on fire, and I can't remember what it is. Let me know what that is. I'll put it all around here so we don't catch fire. So, let's put this chest down. We do have a chest, but that is not going to be a big enough chest. So let's just pick that guy up. Yeah, I know I used the wrong thing. That's totally fine. It doesn't matter too much. Alright, so let's put this sucker down, and let's put our different things we brought over in there. You guys, right, all this stuff. That stuff's nice. That. I think, yeah, I brought some cobble, didn't I? What else did I bring? And we can put this stuff in there too, just because, why not, right? That looks like it. I thought I brought more stuff. What's this one anyway? That's just straight up stone. See, that's why it's better than this. Let's just put that in there too. All right, cool. I think we're good. Let's pick up this junk. Let's put this in here because it belongs. Let's see. All right, I think we're done. That's it. Oh, wood. We brought wood. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to research something. So why don't we get, which I know what we need to research this thing, so I'm going to get that right now. I don't want to use that. I kind of want to use some of, okay, I already have that. Let's use some of this as well. Actually, this wouldn't be bad. I guess it doesn't matter. Why don't we try this first? So what you do when you start researching is just plop down something here, some kind of item, and this is what you get from that item. Basically, this table will grind that item up into these components and try to use that for research. So if you throw this in there, you can see we get coal, get some fire. I think this is the best source of it. I think this is what it's saying. 3, I'm not really exactly sure what that is. Ignis, Machina, Potentia, and some stone. So, well, I don't really want to grind that up. I do have tons of coal. Let's go get another stack. It might not be a bad idea. And that quarry did run out finally, so I probably should what? Oh, I didn't do shift. I probably should reset it. So maybe I'll have to do that in a little while. So we have coal. Let's just put more in there. There we go. So you can put up to 5 things and research them all at the same time. And there's a way to... Okay, so here's the different method too. There's like a toggle switch here. A cursory research is like you're just kind of eyeballing the item. You're playing with it in your hands. It has a low chance to destroy the item. This is like reverse engineering a product. Like say you wanted to build a car and somebody did a really good job building a car, so you might buy a couple of those cars and you're just kind of looking at the car, you're driving the car around, kind of seeing how it operates, right? You're trying to research how they built the car. Cursory. A thorough inspection would be like to take the car apart. It won't be usable anymore because it's all in pieces. So this obviously destroys the items you put in here, but you get more research result. So I'm going to use thorough for now because redstone and coal are so abundant. Should be easy. I'm going to click this for research. Oh, I found something. I'm researching something. So research notes of an unknown theory. Okay, we don't even know what this is, but it's something. We found one aspect. Okay, this is one of these items in here. It's picking up on and it's using it. So let's take this out and see which one it is. Is it this? Let's do some more research. Oh, there's 2. Now there's 2 aspects. Oh, Nitor. That's what we're researching. And the reason it tells us that, I thought I had a percentage. Apparently it doesn't anymore. Yeah, don't we get a percentage? Okay, 37% complete for Potentia here. And that's coming out of the redstone. It's not using the Machina. It's just using the Potentia. So we're going to keep researching that until it's at 100. And you can see it's consuming the redstone. Not every time, but pretty much every time. And there you go, that one's finished. So there's another something in this Nitor that we're researching. It's 45% total complete. Once it's 50%, this gobbledygook will be revealed and we can kind of read a little bit more about what Nitor is. Now you can take this out and start researching something else, and you can always go back to it. Like if you wanted to start researching something else, you're like, I don't really want Nitor, that's pretty junky. If you look at the tech tree here, it's this, right? Well, we don't know that yet, but it's this. So say you wanted to research something else, you would just take that out and say, you know what, I'll save that for later. So this is done. Let's put the coal back in because we pulled something from that coal, and I just don't know what it is. So, oh, this had potential in it too. We could have used this. Oh, there we go. Ignis. So it's pulling some of that fire aspect out of the coal here. Let's see what it's doing with it. Is that 100? Okay, it's at 100. Now there's one more thing left. We're at 60%, and now we can read what properties this Nitor has. This glowing flame seems to be fueled by magic itself. The number of uses for an ever-burning flame seems endless, so it's an ever-burning flame. That's kind of cool. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to produce much heat, though it could prove to be a steady source of light and energy. So that it kind of can tell you a little bit about what you're missing as far as aspects, right? What this third one might be. Now, I know what it might be, but if you didn't know, you could just put a bunch of different items in here that gets you a bunch of different aspects and, you know, take your chances. I happen to know what this one is, so I'm going to put some of this in there because there's something in this that will get us what we want. So let's do some more research here. Oh, there it is. Lux, light, right? a steady source of light. So it's kind of obvious it would have some of this lux in there. So let's just keep doing research. We know where they all are now. So this nitor, which is a new discovery I just made, is made up of 3 different aspects: lux, potentia, and fire, ignis, right? Now, this one only has 3 aspects, but it goes up to 7, I believe, on the more complicated items, and it can cost a lot of different aspects, like 14 or 20 aspects for one item, that kind of thing. I can really get up there pretty high. So now I'm going to hold this in my hand. As you can see, it tells me what I need, 100%, right? I've got it all researched, and it gives you that text again. It says it's nitor. I'm going to right-click that, and that adds it to my Thaumanomicron. Now it's researched. Okay, so I can click that, and it tells me what I need to make it. 4 ignis, 6 lux, and 4 potentia, okay? And it takes 5 vis in a crucible. So it tells you exactly how to make this thing. So let's look at the most efficient way to make this. 4 ignis, which I know a better way to get ignis. We're going to try that. Or, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. 4 potentia and 4 ignis. I think I can use coal for that, right? Let's look. Oh, a little bit of rock is left over. That's okay. We'll use that. So we can get 2 out of that, right? So that should get us 4 of each of those. But this gets us pure lux. Okay, it's not like the Zycorum, which also gets us that crystal stuff. So how much lux do we need? 6? We're going to use 6 of these torches. 6 torches, 2 coal will get us what we need. Now we're going to throw it into some boiling water here. You can see it's adding it to it. You can see the lux is yellow, right? So it's saying I'm getting some lux aspect. Okay, so you can't see it, but it's in there. There's a tool that will let you see what's in your crucible. We'll have to do that. It's a little bit higher tech, so we'll have to do that later. So now let's put the extra ingredients in. There we go, and you can see there's some different colors coming up in there. So I'm pretty sure I have everything I need, and I right-click it with the wand. It should take the vis right out of the wand. There we go. And you can see it refilled it, and now it's got to heat up again, remember? So that's kind of cool. Our auto system is working. But we got some nitor. Pretty cool little item. Let's see what it can do. It says it can be an eternal flame, right? Cool. That is cool. So it's like a magic torch kind of. That's really cool. And it breaks right down into nitor again. That is cool. That's pretty awesome. But if you remember, there was a couple of extra aspects, a couple stone aspects that were left in there that we didn't need. And here's where you have to be careful. Everything that is in the crucible that you don't need, when you right-click and produce that item, goes into the environment as flux, that evil energy. If you build up too much flux, some nasty things start to happen, and we'll talk about that in a little while. So be careful not to use too many extra aspects that you don't need. Like, this is a good one. It's only tree, like only that tree aspect, right? So if you can find things that just have a single aspect, it can really help you. Like this. That's a great one for dirt because it only has the 2 dirt, no extras. This one has apple, and I think that's... I'm not really sure what that is, growth or something, so this has 2. This also has 2. So you kind of have to look at which ones, what they all have, and kind of remember, like, this is a great source of lux. You just have to remember that, make a mental note, or make a list. That's pretty much going to do it for this episode. We're at the 30-minute mark, but this will allow me to start doing some research with Thaumcraft and kind of get into the more cooler stuff that we can actually use for other projects. So I'll be doing a bunch of research on this tree, doing research on this, trying to go down this direction and get into some wands and things that I want to show you. One of these is really something that helps with projects and building large areas, which is something I need for the beautification project, so I'll be researching that very, very shortly. Anyway, let me know what you think about Thaumcraft and this episode specifically. Actually, put in the comments if you've never used Thaumcraft. I think that's pretty rare. I think most people know what it is and have used it before and think it's awesome, but some people maybe haven't. Maybe it's because it is kind of a lot of work. You have to do all the research before you can even use the items from the mod. So it's a lot different than other mods. Makes it more like an RPG. That's why I like it so much. So anyway, let me know what you think, and as always, stay frosty, guys.